Furious Denny Hamlin with an intrigued Martin Truex Jr. But what could possibly have them so mixed up? Stay tuned because in this video, we're going to reveal the chaos that left them unimpressed. What happened in Phoenix that prompted them to demand change? This is a story you won't want to miss as we go into the wild side of racing to see if everything is fair game or if there's a line that should never be crossed. But before that, please subscribe to our channel and hit that like button for more whereabouts on NASCAR. NASCAR's 2023 extravaganza has wrapped up in epic fashion, with American-made Fords dominating the world of stock car racing. But amidst the excitement, there's a hot topic brewing in the NASCAR world. Last Friday's Truck Series race was a scene of pure carnage, as drivers went all out, wrecking each other like there was no tomorrow. It was quite a sight, and not in a good way, especially given the sport's popularity. After the chaotic race, NASCAR drivers are calling out the truckers for their blatant lack of respect for each other. And one of the veterans leading the charge is Denny Hamlin from Joe Gibbs Racing. Denny didn't hold back when he discussed the matter on his popular Actions Detrimental podcast. He even brought in an example from Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s prominent Cars Tour series to drive his point home, emphasizing the need for the sanctioning body to step in and take control. To put it simply, the Truck Series Championship decider in Phoenix didn't paint a flattering picture for the sport. Chaos is an understatement for the wild closing laps of the race. Drivers threw caution to the wind, turning it into a wreckfest. The race even went into triple overtime before they finally pushed it to the limit, adding yet another twist in the late laps. The race had a total of 4 overtimes in Stage 3 during the closing laps. While it might sound thrilling on paper, it didn't paint a great picture for the sport. The truckers turned what should have been racing into a wrecking show on a grand stage. As a result, the NASCAR community didn't hold back their criticism. Drivers and fans alike were quick to condemn the actions of the Truck Series drivers. Denny Hamlin didn't beat around the bush when he discussed the situation on his podcast. He criticized the truckers and called on NASCAR to step in and prevent such incidents from tarnishing the sport's image in the future. Hamlin recognizes the need for drivers to find a balance between aggression and clean racing. However, he believes they've crossed a line this time with their unapologetic self-policing. He explained, "It needs to be blatant and obvious. I don't understand. There's many instances where it is blatant and obvious. Those are the ones that you make the call on. It's a ball and strike, Jared, just like anything else." The 2311 Racing co-owner then mentioned Dale Jr.'s series, citing how they've got the situation under control, saying, "I mean, in the Cars Tour, they can officiate it. Do you think they have the infrastructure NASCAR does? Okay, they're putting blatant wrecks to the back." When his co-host asked for a final verdict, the 42-year-old didn't hold back. Hamlin said, "There's a cause and effect for everything, but missing a call versus not doing anything is worse for the overall sport in the long run. This is not a joke on the series, like we're the top 3 series in motorsports in the US, officiated accordingly." Martin Truex Jr. doesn't hold back when sharing his thoughts on the Truck Series fallout in Phoenix. While NASCAR is no stranger to aggressive racing, it has always drawn a line between racing and intentional wrecking, regardless of the driver or teams involved. However, the chaos that unfolded in Phoenix, especially when Carson Hocevar dumped Corey Heim with just 31 laps to go, caught everyone off guard. Hocevar made the first move, but Heim, the favorite to win the title, quickly retaliated with a second contact. Their number 42 Chevy and number 11 Toyota ended up wrecking each other, and this reckless behavior escalated the aggression on the track. Truex didn't mince words, saying, "I was not impressed. That is not professional auto racing. It's a joke. They need to fix it." The 2017 Cup Series champion then fired more warning shots, saying, "Stop running into people every day in every race. I mean, you get racing a guy for the championship. You don't just clean him out." He went on to express his frustration. "For the most part, these guys raced like, a bunch of kids that never had to pay for anything or fix anything that they've ever driven in their entire lives. And that's not the way you're supposed to drive as a professional." Justin Allgaier couldn't believe his eyes when he watched the chaotic scene unfold at the end of Friday's NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season finale. His dinner went cold as he observed the mayhem, and he felt the urge to turn it off because it didn't reflect the true potential of their sport. As a finalist in the Xfinity Series Championship 4, he saw the reckless driving coming, which led to 7 of the race's 12 cautions in the final stage, and extended the scheduled 150-lap race by an additional 29 laps. Ben Rhodes emerged as the 2023 champion, and Christian X claimed the event win. Allgaier recognized that there's a new generation of young, talented race car drivers entering the scene, and they have the need for speed. However, he pointed out that the level of respect among these up-and-coming drivers is often quite low because they're eager to make a name for themselves. He mentioned that fellow finalist Sam Mayer had acknowledged his early career tendencies of being aggressive and wrecking other drivers. Allgaier noted that when it finally clicked for Mayer, he earned respect and started putting himself in better positions during races. With his Xfinity Series race scheduled for the next day, Allgaier emphasized the importance of racing hard without being reckless. He believed that their teams deserved their best efforts without making unwise decisions on the track. The backlash against the Truck Series Championship contenders was intense, with many describing the race as chaos and a wreckfest, leading to post-race criticism. One of the most glaring incidents was the retaliatory move made by Corey Heim against Carson Hocevar with just 2 laps to go. This move not only cost leader Grant Enfinger his first truck title, but also epitomized what Cup and Xfinity Series racers had criticized earlier. Heim's frustration with Hocevar was evident when he said, "I've got a lot of respect for everybody in the field, but clearly not him anymore." Hocevar did accept blame for the accident and its ripple effect, but Heim didn't buy into the sincerity of the apology. Grant Enfinger expressed his frustration saying, "I think that kind of started a chain reaction to just chaos, which is, I guess, entertaining. It's frustrating when you're running for a championship. I hate seeing our sport look as bad as it did on Friday night." Kyle Busch called for drivers to take personal responsibility, acknowledging that there's a place for aggressive racing, but emphasizing the importance of understanding one's surroundings and making wise decisions. He pointed out that there were too many mistakes and reckless actions, particularly among younger drivers who had been taught to race aggressively from an early age. Busch believed that the sanctioning body should step in more and enforce penalties. Tony Stewart, following the Xfinity Series event won by Cole Custer, echoed these sentiments. Stewart emphasized that clean and respectful racing was possible and necessary, even in intense competition, setting a positive example for young racers in lower series. Grant Enfinger acknowledged that the Truck Series drivers received a bad reputation on that Friday, and he believed they were capable of better behavior. He also expressed frustration with the numerous green-white checkered finishes, feeling there were too many of them. Justin Allgaier provided some perspective on the situation, noting that these moments could serve as valuable learning experiences. He mentioned that Carson Hocevar had been highly critical of himself after the race, and that such difficult life lessons were essential for personal growth. Allgaier believed that more people needed to learn from these experiences, and the sport would benefit from it. During his State of the Sport conversation with the media, Steve O'Donnell, NASCAR's chief operating officer, emphasized the sport's commitment to being open-minded and addressing issues quickly when necessary. He expressed confidence in NASCAR's officials and their integrity, noting that when they make a mistake, they don't hide from it. O'Donnell recognized the challenges of officiating a sport like NASCAR, with no timeouts or opportunities for post-race review, and emphasized the importance of making real-time calls and being able to defend them. Despite the challenges, he assured that if a mistake is made, NASCAR will address it. So that's all we've got for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Tell us what you think of the video in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We hope to see you in the upcoming video.